Hello everyone, Marion Embossing here for Wow Embossing Powder, showing you a section embossing technique. So when you just want to do section by section, so we're going to be using the gorgeous new Summer Scoops trio. So we've got Lemon Sorbet, which is like a frosted look, and then the two glittery ones are Orangeade and Razzleberry. Absolutely beautiful these are. This is the card we're going to make, very, very simple but effective. I'm using the Wow Superior Smooth cardstock and then the feather from the stamp set. I'll show you that in just a minute. So I'm just going to get my powders out ready. And this is the feather I'm using from the Catherine Pooler Zen Feather stamp set. So I've got it in a mini misty. I get my paper ready because I want it to catch my embossing powder so I can put it back in there. And I'm just going to pop my card in the mini misty. I've already set my stamp up, so I just put it in one position, and then you'll see why in a minute because I turn the card around. You want to ink it up nice and juicy, get lots and lots of ink on there, and then I'm just going to firmly stamp it down. So push that down, transferring all that ink onto the card, and as I take it out you can just sort of see that the ink's on there. Just looks a bit like a shadow at the moment. So I'm going to take my first colour and basically I'm just going to do a line with it. So just go along in one line and then shake it off away from the stamped image. You don't want to, that's the trick to this, you don't want to shake it off over the rest of the image because it will just cover it. So then you're going to go in with your second colour. So I've used the Lemon Sorbet first, and now I'm using the Orangeade. So again, just little taps. You could use a spoon if you wanted to, but just gentle little taps. And again, pushing it off away from the stamped area that hasn't got any powder on it yet. And then I'm going to finish off this feather with the Razzleberry. Such a pretty pink, this one. Shake off all your excess. If you've got any bits on there, I'm just reaching for a paintbrush. So any little bits, you can just get those off before you heat set. Give it a tap. And then just going to throw that back in the pot. And then basically we're just going to repeat the process. But this time I'm going to turn the card around. So I'm not even heating it yet because I know it's not going to affect it in any way. If I felt like I was going to knock it or something was going to get in the way, then I would heat it first. But with this, it's sort of far enough away from it. So just same thing, just going to ink it up. Get lots and lots of ink on there. It can be nice and firm. And then stamp it down. It's a really beautiful trio, this one. Summer Scoops, it's called. And it's just, I mean, they're beautiful standalone colours anyway, but they're really, really lovely as a set as well. They just go together so nice. So again, I'm just gonna alternate it now. So I'm going in with the pink. How I finished with the pink on the last one, I'm gonna start with the pink on this one. So again, just running it down so it goes over that area that's already got embossing powder on there. It's not gonna make any difference to it. You're not gonna cover the colours up, the previous colours. So again, going in with Orangeade. Always make sure you put your powders back in your pot, otherwise you'll end up contaminating. And there I don't know if you saw what I've done there, but I just gave a little flick to the paper, and that gives, like, just gets off anything, like any little excess bits that are on there. So I'm not going to contaminate the next pot. So I'm going to put my lids on now because I've had many an accident where I knock them all over. Not good. And then open up your card. I'm shaking off. You can see actually on the paper underneath. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's quite a bit that came off. So just tidying it up where I have my fingers. And then I'm just going to heat from underneath, and I've just sped this through, so I just hold it underneath, do a little bit on top just to finish it off, just to make sure, And then I've already gone ahead and stamped a little word on a bit of cardstock and put a foam pad on there, trimmed it off on an angle. I always stamp lots of little bits like this, and then I have them in a little pot, and then I can just go ahead and use them as and when I need. I was thinking about putting it up the top, but I decided to put it back there. So thanks for watching. Bye.